All right, everybody, 19 minutes past the hour on your Tuesday morning. President Trump telling NewsNation that Americans will find out soon who is in control of Iran as the military offensive hits day 4. A tense exchange as NewsNation's Kelly Meyer asked War Secretary Pete Hegseth about the timetable for this conflict. Take a look.
I understand, to your point here, that you don't want to broadcast everything for our adversaries to hear, but the American people also want to know what they're sending their men and women to war for. Is there a concern of this spiraling into a longer war? And then one for the chairman when you're done.
Did you not hear my remarks? I mean, we're ensuring the mission gets accomplished, but we are very clear-eyed, as the president has been, unlike other presidents, about the foolish policies of the past that recklessly pulled us in to things that were not tethered to actual clear objectives.
I thought it was a great and fair question. Joining us now is retired U.S. Army Major General William L. Enyart and retired U.S. Army Brigadier General Markie Kimmitt, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Middle East Policy. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you. Let me just start with you, General Enyart, because I think the line that caught everybody's attention yesterday was President Trump saying the big wave is coming. Secretary Rubio saying the hardest hits are yet to come. In your eyes, what do you think that looks like, and what might those targets be?
Well, frankly, that is a very interesting question, and I'm not sure that anyone knows. You know, they've taken out the air defenses. Iran didn't have much of an air force to begin with. It's pretty well gone, and our warplanes can act with impunity over Iran. So, in all likelihood, I would suspect that they're going to go after the missile sites, the cruise missile sites, and in all likelihood will continue to bomb any factories or any locations that have the ability to produce cruise missiles and drones and nuclear capabilities.
General Kimmitt, let me ask you just about the timeline on this conflict. You obviously heard the soundbite there off the top, Kelly Meyer asking the War Secretary about how long this could take and what future concerns are. Do you think this whole thing could really wrap up in the next 4 to 5 weeks?
Well, that's really up to the Iranians. Look, the purpose of war is not just simply to fight war. It's to change the enemy's behavior. And the fact remains is all we're doing right now is using military tools with the Iranians that didn't work at the diplomatic table with the Iranians. So as we continue to look at our core objectives, which is to prevent the Iranians from having a nuclear weapon, reducing their ballistic missile inventory, and stopping their proxy regime support, I think once we get them to come back to the table and say, yes, we'll now do that, then we'll have something to talk about. Issues like sanctions relief, water crisis relief, economic relief. I would add, though, but it's pretty clear to me what the next phase is going to be. At CENTCOM, we would always lay out a target deck. The target deck goes from the highest priority targets to the lowest priority targets. We've already hit the primary initial targets: leadership targets, ballistic missiles, air defense, Air Force. Secretary Rubio has said we are now going to kick it up a notch. To me, that means, particularly since they have announced we're going to start getting more assets in the region, I think we're going to start doing a heavy attack on some of the actual ground forces inside the Iranian regime. Most of them are parked in their parking lots. I think we're going to start hitting military sites. I think we're going to hit large formations of Iranian forces if they are unwise enough to come out. That's the target deck we used to have when we planned for this fight.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.